paper lovers, it's Sarah, and it's time for a very special Terrific Tuesday challenge over on the Scrappy Moms blog. I'll put a link down in the description box so you can play along. It's a little bit different this time. We're doing a winter tic-tac-toe blog hop challenge. I hope I got that right. What we're doing is the design team is having a blog hop starting on the Scrappy Moms blog, and you have to follow along and stop at every design team member's blog. And when you get to the very last blog, there's going to be a secret phrase, and you'll need to know that secret phrase. And then when you post your project on your blog, you'll need to have that secret phrase on your blog post to be eligible to be entered into the drawing for a fabulous Scrappy Mom prize. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, you just go to the Scrappy Moms blog and everything will be there and it'll make perfect sense. Now for the tic-tac-toe part of it, there are certain criteria that you have to have on your project, and it's really super fun. It's all winter items, and it's just tic-tac-toe. So you pick, 3 items: glitter, the color blue ribbon, or you could do snowflake, pattern paper, glitter, whichever you want. You can have more than 3, as long as you have 3 of the items that are in order here that go by tic-tac-toe. And this will also be on the blog. I just wrote it up just for the video purposes. So the card I'm making is a 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 size card, and this is Paper Tray Inks white cardstock. Oh, I forgot to tell you. I went ahead and I'm doing everything except for the button. I really couldn't make a button work on my card, but I decided to go with everything. I couldn't just pick 3, so I just went for it. The pattern paper that I'm using is My Mind's Eye, and this is the Mary. And as you can see, it's blue, which is one of the items, and it does have snowflakes on it. Before I adhere this down, I have my ribbon, which is some seam binding ribbon, and this is from Liz's Paper Loft. My card is mostly blue, and then I just added a little bit of red for a punch of color. I really like this color red with this blue. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to adhere this down towards the bottom of my card, right about there. Okay, and then I can go ahead and adhere this down to my white card base. Okay. For my next thing here, I've got a scallop that is cut from the Winter Woodland cartridge. It's found on page 32. I cut it at 3.5, and as you can see, I've embossed it, which is another element of the tic-tac-toe. And I embossed this with the Cuttlebug embossing folder called Snowflakes. And I'm going to adhere this down towards the bottom of my card, and then I'm going to cut it off. And what I should have done was adhered this to my pattern paper first and cut it right along the line of my pattern paper and not my card. So when the video is over, I'll go and fix that. Seems like I can't make a card lately without messing up. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere this down, and like I said, I'll fix it later. Put it right about there. So I'll trim it off later. So it's going to look funky, but you'll see in the picture at the end of the video what it's supposed to look like. Okay, now I have this little banner piece that I cut from the Birthday Bash cartridge. It's on page 59. I cut it at 1 inch. So what I did was, the pattern paper is some chevron paper that's also in that stack, and then the shadow is the same blue cardstock that's I used for my scallop. And I'm just going to stick this right up here. And now I'm going to go ahead and stamp my sentiment, which is another element of the tic-tac-toe. And it says, Cocoa Warms the Heart, and this is from the Scrappy Moms Winter Wishes set. And I'm using Jenny Bolin Brown Sugar ink. And I'm just going to stick that right onto my pattern paper. Okay, I have a little heart that I have covered in glitter, and this heart is from the Create a Critter cartridge, and it can be found on page 36. I cut it at 1.75, and I did cover it in Martha Stewart Garnet Glitter. Glitter is another element of the tic-tac-toe. I'm just going to stick this right here on my little banner for a little bit more red. Okay, now what I have are 2 mugs that I've cut from the Joys of the Season cartridge. They are on page 51. I cut them at 1 inch. I cut them out of that same chevron paper. And I cut the snowflakes from the Winter Woodland cartridge. They are on page 35. I cut them at 1 inch. And I went ahead and covered them in that same Martha Stewart garnet glitter. And I'm going to go ahead and adhere this one down to my cup. I've already adhered that one. And I'm going to go ahead and pop up my little cups on some foam squares. Okay, so I have my little cups adhered down. Now with the cup, there is a steam layer, and it is cut out of white also. So what I'm going to do is after the video, I'm going to go ahead and add some stickles to the steam so that it stands out more on the white embossing. So you won't really see a whole lot of it, but it's there, and you'll be able to see it better in person than you do on the video. Oh, I forgot to tell you, the cup cuts out, I believe, this way. So for this one, I just flipped the image, and I also flipped the steam. So I'd have another one, going the other direction. Now, I went ahead and tied a bow with this same seam binding ribbon right here, and this is going to go up here, and it does cover a lot of the steam. Put it up a little bit. Let me grab a glue dot. I don't know if I'm going to leave that steam on there, what I'm going to do, but you'll see it in the... I just love how my bow turned out, so I really want to use it. Alrighty, and there's my card for the challenge. There we go. I hope you can play along. Just be careful and read the instructions carefully so that you get all the requirements in there. Okay? Thanks everybody for watching, and have a blessed day.